Okay, we are recording. Ask Angelika, Season 6, Episode 14, German Sentences for Spotting Dangerous Animals. And we did talk about that, didn't we? And we decided that, that dangerous was the right word.
Yeah, it was a bit tricky, wasn't it? And we could have had a really long title, Spotting Animals You'd Rather Want to Keep Away From. I don't think I would have had space on the card for that. But yes, these basically are animals you want to keep your distance a little bit. Yeah. And so what we've got some general sentences. And then we've got 3 wild animals and 2 extras. Then they wouldn't be classed wild animals, but you really want to stay away from them.
Okay, so a bit of advice in the sentences. So we're going to bring in the German sentences and switch the display. And it should end up something like that. It should end up something like this. Okay, we've got there in the end. Okay, now the way this works is I'm going to read the sentences and get correct my pronunciation, and then together we will translate them. If you want to read at the same time as I do, please do. We can't hear you. And this is German sentences for spotting dangerous animals. And the first sentence. Hast du da hinten etwas gesehen?
Okay, yeah. Hast du da hinten etwas gesehen? Very general sentence. You're going for a walk and somebody stops you and says, Hast du da hinten etwas gesehen?
Right.
What does it mean?
Well, I'm going to try. Gesehen, sehen is to see. Gesehen is past tense. Hast du, have you. Da hinten, there. Have you anything over there?
Yeah, or something. Yeah, or back there even. Yeah, so did you see something back there? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
we should have done this for Halloween.
Forgot the question mark at the end. Okay, yeah. So on to phrase 2. Wir sollten lieber Abstand halten.
Ja, wir sollten lieber Abstand halten.
Okay, now this is where for me. Okay, I'm going to let you translate that one.
Well, Abstand is distance.
Okay.
We better keep our distance.
Okay. We better keep our distance from the animals we're about to talk about. Okay, so phrase 3. Ein Hirsch mit riesigem Geweih.
Yeah, that's one of those you want to possibly keep your distance a bit. Ein Hirsch mit riesigem Geweih.
Okay. Hirsch. Was ist Hirsch?
Hirsch is a stag.
Ah, right. A stag with antlers?
Yeah, but riesig. What does I think we may have had riesig before.
We may have done so, but doesn't mean that I've remembered it.
Enormous, huge.
Right. So a stag with large antlers.
Yeah, if you think of those, you imagine those really big ones, and you probably don't really want to be too close to that, do you?
No, that's true. That's true. Right, I'm going to try and remember my German pronunciation on this one. Wildschweine können gefährlich werden.
Okay, almost. Wildschweine. You missed out the W there, the second one. Wildschweine können gefährlich werden.
Right. Okay. Pigs, wild boars.
Yeah.
Are known gefährlich.
Gefährlich? Dangerous.
All right. Wild boars aren't. Is it wild boars or wild pigs?
Well, the literal translation is wild pigs, but yes, we call them wild boars.
Okay. Right. Phrase 5.
Dangerous.
Okay. Das sind Frischlinge, die ist bestimmt in der Nähe. In der
Ja,
Nähe.
das sind Frischlinge. Die Mutter ist bestimmt in der Nähe.
Right. If we take the second part of this, Mutter is mother. Nähe is neighborhood. So mother is in the neighborhood.
Yeah, bestimmt sort of, we would have then said she must be, the mother must be nearby. Is sure to be nearby, but whose mother?
The Frischlinger's mother. And the Frischlinger is fresh, no? No?
Well, the fresh little ones, yes, they're wild boar pigs. Oh, sorry, piglets.
Piglets. Okay.
Wild boar piglets are called Frischlinge. So they may look cute. I mean, they are cute, but bearing in mind, if you see them, the mother can't be far. And she could well be very dangerous.
Understood. Manchmal gibt es hier Wölfe. Wölfe? Wölfe. Aber sie Menschen.
Ja, manchmal gibt es hier Wölfe, aber sie meiden Menschen.
Sometimes there are wolves here.
Yeah.
However, they bother people.
Well, yeah, they avoid people. They usually sort of stay away from people, and they seem to be getting more and more wolves now in Germany. So much. Wolves are protected species, but because they're getting more and more now, they have started to, because when they get hungry, they want food, and farmers aren't very happy. And do you remember we had this in a German lesson once, that the farmers now get permission. I can't remember, there are certain rules where they now can actually shoot the wolves because they just destroy too many sheep.
Yes. Yeah. Phrase 7. Pass auf, hier gibt es viele Zecken.
Zecken. Yeah. Pass auf, hier gibt es viele Zecken.
Zecken.
Now, we have those in England as well. They're not big, large, dangerous animals. This is one of my extra that I've added. They can get quite dangerous to humans.
Okay,
and they're very tiny.
That's a good hint, and the very tiny helps as well. Ticks we can talk about.
Yeah.
Because they are nasty little creatures, which we're always being told to be wary of. And there are ticks here, so pass auf, move carefully.
Yeah, careful, be careful, anything like this. And I was just talking to somebody again in Bavaria. They have even more ticks than in the north of Germany. So, and a lot of people actually get injections to avoid. Now there's two. I've forgotten what it is now that you can catch from this. Oh, Lyme's disease. But there is something similar as well, and you can get an injection against it to be protected. And most people in Bavaria do.
Yeah, well, we're very fortunate in Wiltshire. As far as I know, fingers crossed, we're quite safe.
They are in Wiltshire as well, but you never hear of huge amounts of them.
No.
And the next one, I put that in because I'm looking forward to you pronouncing the last word.
Thank you for that. So phrase 8. Oh, 9. I can do that. Oh, 9. Hier gibt es ganz viele Eichenprozessionsspinner.
Well done. Yeah. Oh nein, hier gibt es ganz viele Eichenprozessionsspinner.
Oh no, there are lots of Eichenprozessionsspinner. I'm going to say spiders.
It's not spiders, because that would be Spinnen.
That's what threw me,
now,
because I was.
Yeah, I know. Eiche when we did spotting trees, we may have had the word there, but I can't remember now. Eiche is a tree, which is an oak. Those are, I think I need to tell you the translation there. And in English, you've got 3 words instead of 1. They're oak processionary moths.
I've got to say, I've never heard of those. That doesn't mean I've not seen one, but
we have seen them. We have seen them. If we do the next sentence, or at least I know I have seen them. I'm not sure whether you were with me when I saw them or not, but I can explain a bit more after the next sentence.
Okay, we'll go for sentence number 9 then. Die Raupen haben giftige Härchen, die Hautausschläge I got so far. Verursachen können.
That's it, yeah. Die Raupen haben giftige Härchen, die Hautausschläge verursachen können. Right. So it's not the moth that are the dangerous animals. It's the creepy crawlies that turn into a moth,
Grubs.
Which are Raupen. And what are Raupen in English?
Grubs.
Caterpillars.
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 Okay. Right.
And what do they have?
Caterpillars are dangerous. I've always thought of caterpillars, so you're going to tell me.
Giftig is poisonous, and Härchen are little hairs, literally. So they've got poisonous hairs that can cause rashes.
Ah, okay.
And the Eichenprozessionsspinners, they also spin a web. So it's a bit like spiders. And you'll see a whole tree covered in white, covered in this web. And it's not from the spiders, it's from the caterpillars. And if you walk into them or anything like this, you'll get a most horrendous rash. And I have seen them here before. Because the first time I've seen them, I thought, oh, it looks interesting. It made the trees look really interesting. And it was only until I got closer, it looked like it was absolutely sort of covered, almost like a cocoon. The tree was like inside a cocoon. And in Germany, they have lots of them when they are during that time, so much that they're actually warning signs. And people should stay away, or even worse, if you're taking your dog for a walk, you don't want to let it off asleep because you don't want your dog to go and run into these bushes or trees either. There are warning signs, which, so Vorsicht or whatever it may say, and then Eichenprozessionsspinner.
Ah, okay.
So that's why they are quite dangerous. They're not dangerous animals as such, but they are not very pleasant for people. Can be quite dangerous.
Right. Totally agree with sentence 10, therefore. Wir machen besser einen Umweg.
Umweg, yeah. Wir machen besser einen Umweg. I thought that was a fitting sentence to finish it.
We better find a better path.
Yeah, better take a detour. Umweg is a detour. Yeah.
Okay, Angelika, would you like to read the sentences in German and then the English equivalent?
You just had me worried there. I don't think I could do them in French.
Okay.
Okay, so in German first. Hast du da hinten etwas gesehen? Which is, did you see something back there? Wir sollten lieber Abstand halten. We'd better keep our distance. And then we've got a couple of animals. Ein Hirsch mit riesigem Geweih. A stag with enormous antlers. Wildschweine können gefährlich werden. Wild boars can be dangerous. Das sind Frischlinge. Die Mutter ist bestimmt in der Nähe. Those are wild boar piglets. The mother must be nearby. Manchmal gibt es hier Wölfe, aber sie meiden Menschen. Sometimes there are wolves here, but they avoid people. And then the not dangerous, but still dangerous animals. Pass auf, hier gibt es viele Zecken. Careful, there are lots of ticks here. Oh nein, hier gibt es ganz viele Eichenprozessionsspinner. Oh no, there are lots of oak processionary moths here. Die Raupen haben giftige Härchen, die Hautausschläge verursachen können. The caterpillars have poisonous hairs that can cause rashes. Wir machen besser einen Umweg. We'd better take a detour. I think actually those Eichenprozessionsspinners, sometimes you find that the whole footpaths are actually closed because of it, and people aren't even allowed to go there.
We have to say, if you're out in the woods today, do be careful. Right, we're going to switch over now, and I'm going to share a different and on screen, and the screen's going to get confused, but then I'm going to put it right. Angelika, would you like to tell us a little bit more about the book?
Yeah. Well, you just said if you're out in the woods, watch out for these animals. And if you're out in the woods in Germany and people may be talking about these animals, it would be a good idea to have them written down. And that's where my vocabulary notebook comes in. And the thing is about this one is that you can put it in just as a vocabulary page. So you would write down Hirsch, and then you, on the English side you would write down stag, or even better, der Hirsch or die Hirsche for plural, and then in English stag or stags, and Wildschweine and Frischlinge and all these words just as words. But then you also have pages where you can turn those into sentences, and you can either make your own or you can take them from here. So you have Hirsch, and you've got the vocabulary for antlers, which is Geweih. And then it might make sense to write down Ein Hirsch mit riesigem Geweih. Yeah, or Wildschweine können gefährlich werden. And then wir machen besser einen Umweg. We better take a detour. It's pretty useful to have the whole sentence and not just a word for Umweg, or the word for detour, which is Umweg. And the whole book has got space for lots of these topics. I think it's 25 topics. And each time you can decide what topic you're doing. So you could have wild animals. So you've got a blank page where you can do what you like. You can draw them. You can make a mind map, whatever you want to do. Then you've got your vocabulary page. So you can write all the vocabulary in there. Wölfe or der Wolf, the wolf, die Wölfe, the wolves, die Zecken or die Zecke for one. And then you've got 2 pages each where you can turn all these sentences in there. And then you have a new topic. And it makes it a lot easier to find later on. If you need to look something again, if you remember, oh, there was this really long word for these oak processionary thingy, moth. But what was the German word again? Well, if you remember then in the topics and you look at the front of the book and you see topics like going swimming, you think, well, no, that wouldn't have been that topic until you find the one about dangerous animals. Rather than going through a whole vocab book trying to find where did I write about these Eichenprozessionsspinner. There we are. So there we are. That's a useful way to actually remember all these words and sentences.
Indeed.
I mean, by all means, re-watch the video several times, but I think that may not be very useful if you need vocabulary very quickly. And it could also be a bit boring after a while.
Indeed, it is an excellent resource. And as we keep saying, the best way to remember things is to actually write them down.
Yeah.
Right, Angelika, when do we return?
Next month. We're having a short break because we're going on holidays, and of course we're going to Germany. So I might even pick up some new ideas for what sentences we can use when we come back. So until then, it's tschüss von mir.
Und tschüss von mir. That's a wrap. Okay.